Okay. Just making sure that I'm live everywhere where I need to be live. Let me see. It's important, guys. There's been times where I've started talking and there's nothing happening. I've started talking and there's no sound. Hey, it's been lit sometimes here. Okay, guys, welcome everybody to the Overthinking Football Show. This, of course, is a watch-along episode. We do know that it's ongoing. We have the Euros ongoing, so that is what we're going to be watching over this period of time to see who the kings of Europe can be. Obviously, today we have a match between Austria and France. I've tipped France to win. So when I've tipped France to win like that, they mustn't disappoint me. So as it stands right now, Austria versus France. Austria, 25th in the world, 13th in Europe, and France, second in the world, number one in Europe. So they are by far the best team that we should be expecting to be the best team over there in Europe right now. In their last 5 games, Austria has drawn 1 game and won 4. Last game being the 8th of June versus Switzerland, whom they drew with 1-1. And then, of course, France has 2 draws, 2 wins, and 1 loss over their last 5 games. Their last game being the 9th of June versus Canada, a game that they drew 0-0. In terms of starting lineups, Austria has Pence in goal, Posh Tanso, Wobamwene, Seawald, Grilic, Sabitzer, Lehmer, Baumgartner, and Gregoric. And then on France's side, you have Magnan in goal, you have Kunde, Upamecano, you have Saliba, Hernandez, Kante, Griezmann, Rabiot, Dembele, Mbappe, and Thuram. That is the starting lineups. Those are starting lineups for the 2 teams. Like I said, guys, I really need France to win this World Cup. World Cup, these Euros, I really need them to go out and perform in these Euros. They've got the squad. Guys, pound for pound, I don't know if there's a better squad at the Euros. I don't think there's a better squad at the Euros. Look at the bench. Areola, Samba, Klaus, Konate, Mendy, Pavard, Kamavinga. You've got Fofana, Chouameni, Zaire Emery, Bakola Coman, and of course the top scorer of all time in France, Giroud, is also there with Kolo Muani. So pound for pound, guys. Pound for pound. Ryan says, I have France winning convincingly with this starting lineup, by far the most balanced 11. My only question is that they're playing a 4-3-3. Seems like a 4-3-3. And then they've got Griezmann in the 10. I haven't watched a lot of new Griezmann. I haven't watched a lot of that, but I'm wondering, at 10, is Griezmann the guy? Right? Would he be able to, or is it just to facilitate that movement with Mbappe? Mbappe, of course, didn't score in the last Euros. So that's going to be very interesting, even though he did top goal score at the World Cup 2 years ago. So let's see what France has here versus Austria, who are coming into this game with a 4-2-3-1. Very similar. The makeups of the 2 teams are very similar. I just think that maybe Griezmann and Mbappe are going to be interchanging a lot as to who's going to be the striker and who's going to be the number 10. So look out for that movement. Let's see what's going to happen. Kante, very late inclusion into this team, and also Saliba, right? It's interesting because, you know, Saliba is pound for pound the best center back, I believe, in the world. I'm sorry. I can't be objective in this one. I'm an Arsenal fan, but they have the best defense in the EPL. He is the rock. He does the good things just so basically well, man. You know, when you do the basics well. I love that about Saliba. The Rolls Royce for me. There in the back with Upamecano. So we'll see how they pan out. Seeing Mbappe at number 9 will be interesting for his move at Real Madrid. I wonder how they're going to slot him in. I wonder if it's going to be a situation where you have Bellingham, Vinicius Rodrigo, and Mbappe at the top. That's going to be very interesting. And the midfield. Okay, we know Kroos is leaving. So is Kamavinga going to hold that midfield by himself? There's so much. Rabiot and Kante will probably pivot and Griezmann free roam in the number 10 role. That's exactly what I'm thinking, Ryan. I'm thinking they're setting it up so that Griezmann and Mbappe can play. But let's see. Griezmann seems to be dropping back. He's a 10. He's playing like a 10-ish 8. A lot of pressure on this team. For me, the best, most balanced team, as was said earlier in the comments, the most balanced team, the best team has to be France at this tournament. I don't know. You guys let me know. Pound for pound, who do you think is the best? Free kick for France. Is Kante even still the Kante that we know? I know that he's over there in Saudi. Are they getting to the end of their golden era, as we call it? And maybe we'll see Kamavinga coming in. Okay, free kick, Griezmann. He's not going for goal, this one. He's going... Deschamps is a very interesting coach. He always does things that you don't expect. Picks players that maybe you wouldn't be expecting. Like, I would expect Kamavinga to be in this game. Masterful. Oh, in that Champions League final. Oh, Kamavinga was something else. Based on how all the teams started, I would say Germany. In terms of squad, the names that they have, maybe you would say, I would say France number 1, and then I don't know. Germany could be a 2, I guess. Belgium lost this afternoon, so that was very interesting as well. Finally, we're getting some shocks, man. We're getting some AFCON in this Euro. We need some AFCON in this Euro. No form, actually performance as of late. Ah, okay. I hear you. Plus, Germany's playing at home, so I guess you have to make them favorites to come out of this game. Hey, that right-hand side. Oh, Ralf Rangnick. Man United fans, do you miss them? I don't know. Do you miss him? Would you want him back? Did he do a good job when he was there with you guys? How do you rate Rangnick? Oh, wow. Ziawamos. Thuram trying to bulldoze his way through there. Oh, Didier Deschamps. I think if job security, if there's a face of job security in football, it's Didier Deschamps. It was Hakim Low before him. But Didier Deschamps has held that thing. Maybe even Mancini. But Mancini's not there. And Mancini's not the coach anymore. So it has to be Didier Deschamps, man. Okay, so from what I see here, Kunde is the weak point, or the point that Austria is focusing on. He's had some loose passes out. He seems a little bit jittery there in the right back role. So I want to see what happens with him. But if I was Austria, that's who I would be focusing on for now. Mbappe, Pasapolo, Dircitram. He was like, this guy was not going to give me the ball anyway. I'd attack that right-hand side of the defense, of France's defense. That's who I'd go to. Look again. Mbappe. Oh, maybe could have played it back. Maybe could have played it back across. Corner to France. Here's a question. Do we see Giroud at some point? Top goal scorer ever, France. Always seems to find a way to score at these type of tournaments. Is always a problem. So let's see. Deschamps and that Atletico guy. Oh, those are the two. Okay, Pendulo, those are the two guys. I hear you. Simeone. Who's held a job for a while in football? I can't think off the top of my head of like long-term coaches. So it has to be Didier Deschamps. Eddie else says, evening, Mr. Oti. Giroud should have started. So do you believe that Giroud should have started and Mbappe to the wing? You know, are we saying that that's what we would have done in this game? I still want to see what Mbappe gives at number 10, but you can already see in this game that Mbappe is going to go to the left-hand side. He's been there twice. His chance that he got right now came from that side. So I believe that Mbappe is going to drift out to the left, and then Thuram has been running centrally, maybe because he's got a physical presence in the box. Maybe that's what they're trying to play. And maybe in the second half, that's when you bring in a Giroud. You let him go directly up front and let Mbappe come in from the side. But this is great practice for Mbappe, you know, going over there to Real Madrid. And I feel like these teams, European teams in this Euro, I've got two examples of teams that are willing to experiment. So they're willing to come out and say, okay, we're going to play Trent as a double pivot in the 6. We're going to take Mbappe and play him as a striker. I feel like they're willing to, you know, more willing to experiment. But I don't know, man. At some point, I think Giroud is going to come onto this pitch, and Mbappe is going to go out to the left where he belongs. Yeah, the Trent one was an absolute blunder. That one. Junior says Belgium definitely proved me right. I said yesterday that I think Belgium is done for that golden generation. It's done for them. Let's see. Why is Griezmann playing right wing and Mbappe center forward, yet they play the same position? Why force them to play at the same time? It's a gift and a curse. It's the gift and curse of having a deep quality team. It's the gift and a curse. There are some players where you feel media, fans, and other people don't want to see benched, right? Some of them have earned their right to be in the team. So balancing that and having a starting line, having a good starting line is part of the problem of coaching a big team, right? Do you take out Griezmann, play Mbappe on the left-hand side and just allow them to play? Do you take out a Dembele or Thuram and play that way? It's the gift and the curse. England suffers from the same thing. That's why they try and fit every single star player name onto the pitch at the same time. Maybe it's not good to have Griezmann and Mbappe in the same team. Especially, I saw Griezmann in the starting lineup. They say that he's a 10, which is interesting because I don't know if he's ever played 10. Those who watch Atletico can tell me, but I don't know. And that's where, for me, some of the danger will lie. Oh, ball played across. There was no one in the box because Mbappe... You know what? It's fine. Let me read these comments. Doku and Trossard Belgium downfall, says ADL. Buga says Mbappe anywhere near the 18 area is dangerous. True, but playing a central role and playing on the wing are two different things. Cutting in to get your chances, opening your body, doing like open body, far corner things is very different to being the guy, the central guy, right? And we've seen with a lot of modern football, the central guy's job is not necessarily to score. It's more to drag defenders out of position to allow those wide players to take advantage. So I'm going to watch his movement and see what it looks like. He's not going to have the space that he normally has on the wing. He's not going to be running up and down that side, showing off, you know, that speed that he has. He's going to have to be a little bit more tactful with how he moves. So let's see how it plays out, bro. What's your WhatsApp group I want to join? The Overthinking Football WhatsApp group, to join it, there's a link. So in my TikTok profile, click on the link in the top there, and then there's a link to join the WhatsApp group. You have to go through YouTube, unfortunately. So it goes through YouTube. Then in the members area on YouTube, after you've joined, is the link to the WhatsApp group. That's where we have very interesting debates every day, literally every day. Lukaku's a good finisher. Net Nje, one day he'll finish Belgium, finish it dead. You can't take out Griezmann. Thuram might have set it out for Giroud. I agree with that suggestion. Is Dembele still the guy? Is Dembele still the guy? Is Dembele still the guy that you trust in this game? That's my question. Deschamps and Ancelotti are similar in handling these kind of teams. I love that. Oh, let me show you guys. I know some of you might be watching the show for the first time. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys. This is how much I love Ancelotti. This is how much I love Ancelotti. And the reason why I love Ancelotti and his coaching style is that I feel modern football has become I don't coach. I come in with my tactics, my formations, and I cry until I have all of the people that can fit my thing, and then we can play. Whereas people like Ancelotti come in, look at a team and say, okay, what do we need to do? There's a quote of his where he was like, if we need 3 passes to score a goal, we'll play 3 passes. If we need 67 passes to score a goal, we'll play 67 passes. I do what my team needs. I look at my team and I figure out how to put them into position. That is my favorite coach. I'm sorry to divert from the game, but honestly, I love that approach so much. But anyway, I don't want to divert from the game. France have won another free kick. Hopefully they go direct, please, this time. That was soft. Ref. That was soft. That's why last night England had Foden and Jude same time. I wondered why he didn't bench one and play one. Exactly. How does Dembele consistently make club and national team lineups? ADL, this is why I asked the question. Is he still that guy? Is he still the guy that you trust? Or is it just a name brand thing? Is it just a name brand that has to play? Similar to Griezmann. Why are you looking for that ball? Can somebody take a direct free kick, please? 16 minutes in, it is 0-0. For all of the talk we've spoken about France being the better looking squad on paper, they haven't shown it in the game. Dembele's problem is injuries. Absolutely, the talent and experience in the top flight football sets Dembele apart. Forget injuries. Okay, Pendulo. Let's see. Even Hala came back and won the AFCON for his nation. But he played 2 games. Didn't he play like 2 games? Aye. And wasn't he subbed on? He's a moments player. Timothy. Unfortunately, I can't show you the match. I get banned for PSL matches. I will get banned if I show you this. So Euro matches, they're even tougher. So I am sorry, Timothy. That's where we are. Dembele admitted that his injuries could have been avoided if he was more disciplined. His own fault, says Perlo. Junior says, I think Griezmann plays more as an 8 in La Liga. Oh, is he an 8 now? Okay, I guess that answers the question. I still remember the winger / forward, like center forward type of Griezmann. But if he's starting to drop back and play that game, it makes sense why he's in 10. Haven't seen his influence yet in this game. France doesn't seem to have a build-up plan. But let's see. Oh, you're both running. Ousmane Dembele is still the guy, just injury prone, says Kaidishe. Perlo says Dembele on a good day is the best on the pitch. His name is not big like that. Yeah, but is he consistently big, I guess, on the pitch? But look, like I said, there's teams that are name brands or players that are name brands, but there's also players that, have earned the benefit of the doubt. So I guess that's it. This is the reason why we want Rangnick as our director of football at United. I asked earlier, Master GD, about whether you guys miss Rangnick. There was a lot of things. I feel like Man United, there's been a lot of things that you guys have been advised about. Mourinho advised you about, Rangnick spoke out, Cristiano spoke out. There's a lot of things that you guys well, Master G, I don't know if you're a United fan, but you guys had big heads about and were in your feelings about. Now they're doing it. Ineos is doing it. I think your training ground is getting upgraded right now. There's a 50 million pound upgrade that's happening. But you guys didn't listen. And I think Rednick was somebody else that you should have listened to. But yeah, it is what it is. Another shock incoming, says Stanford. Oh, where am I betting, guys? What did you bet on this game? What did you bet? Is it a straight win? Is it an over 1.5, over 2.5? Tell me, what did you guys bet for this game? Tabo says France is the dream team. Tabo, if you remember the dream team, the basketball dream team, I think they didn't do well in their first time out. I think that was the team that lost and they had to create a redeem team. Sometimes having all these stars doesn't mean you can do anything. We love Dembele in this chat. Loving it, says Umpendulo. King B says Griezmann club-wise, he has had problems, especially at Barca, but still make the national team. Name brand. Junior says, I feel like Di Maria and Griezmann are underrated for their nations, yet they consistently show up. You could say that. Perlo says Dembele has generational talent, he has the ability, but not the mindset. Ryan says, I can't imagine what type of headache Deschamps has selecting the starting 11 because the bench. The bench. Think about it. Mendy's on the bench. But Pavard on the bench, Kamavinga's on the bench, you've got Fofana on the bench, you've got Chouameni on the bench, you've got Coman on the bench, you've got Giroud on the bench. Guys, hey! Straight win France, says MK. Salute OT, I came from a defeat with Belgium. I hope France can do their thing. Peko, I warned you guys about Belgium. I warned you guys. And I said, this Belgium team, they're not quite there. First half, 0.5. Okay. At United, we got one problem. The Glazers, says King B. True. That's the big disease. That's the big problem. Mara, you guys have got a lot of advice, if I can say that. 1.5 first half. Oh, side question. Bafana versus England right now, says ADL. Bafana versus England right now. Ooh, I think England still take it, eh? I think England still take it. My heart is saying Bafana could probably get a 1 or 2-0 win. Mara, my mind is like, there's too much quality there. Musiala is better than Jude. Sorry, just wanted to... Hi, Perlo. We'll talk about Germany when we watch them. Super stressful. Anyway, let's see. I think both teams haven't come into this game. You're not quite sure what each team is trying to do. France looks like they're trying to catch Austria off guard. Like they've had a couple of counterattacks that could have given them something. But in terms of play, when they've got possession and they've got the ball, I don't know. It looks like a mid-block for some reason with France. So I guess they're respecting Austria. But we'll see. 22 minutes in, I think there's only been the chance from Mbappe on the French side, and Austria hasn't quite seen that other side too many times. So maybe they're just trying to wait it out and try pick their moments. But I was expecting France to be more of the aggressor in this game. Corner Austria. Mbappe tends to be selfish, and now add Jude and Vinicius there. Next season will be interesting. I trust my GOAT. My GOAT will work it out. But he does have to learn how to be a normal player. I think that's the toughest thing sometimes when you go to new teams or bigger teams than you, right? Like Real Madrid is bigger than Mbappe. So you have to throw your ego aside at sometimes, and sometimes it helps to have the team be bigger than you because automatically it calms you down as to what you mean. If you look at what he was at PSG, he was PSG. He was the French League. The French League currently is struggling to get a rights deal, a broadcast deal. Top 5 league, Ligue 1, is struggling to get a broadcast deal. In fact, some teams can't even make signings right now because budget. The budget is lit. So that's how important he was to France, right? Now imagine not bowing down to Real Madrid, not playing your part. And we see it a lot. If you think about, I'm going to use South African examples, apologies. If you think about Lodge trying to fit in at Sundowns right now, he was the main man. Everything went through him. Now he has to learn how to play a system. Vilakazi spoke about the same thing, that, you know, you get to this team and they've got a system. They've got a way to play. And more importantly, they don't need you. They're Champions League winners. They won the league. They don't need you. So he's going to have to find that humility in order not to get dragged into the weeds. So that's going to be very interesting to watch how he adapts that side. I think Jude is doing it very well. Jude has adapted to taking his ego and plugging it into the team instead of his ego being separate. So his ego, that Vamos thing, comes through Real Madrid and not at Real Madrid. But we'll see. We'll see. Even tactically, there's a lot of questions you have to ask, because if this is how Mbappe is going to be playing center forward, I don't know if Vinicius is going to be benched. I don't know if Rodrigo is going to be benched. So, very, very interesting questions. We were told Raf would be interim and then director of football, but he said too much and got sacked for it. That's true, Master GD. That is very true. But that's what happens when you put a mic in front of your technical director, or you make them a coach. Ask me, I know. Belgium surprised that they have big names who can't deliver. Maybe it's time they rebuild. I'm going to say rebuild. I don't know what happened there, King B, but I'm going to say rebuild. True. There comes a time, guys. I think England goes through the same issues where you need a coach with the balls enough to say, I can't play all of you. We need a system over your individual play. Ooh, France. Tibang already. There goes that man, Willow Saliba. Ah, what a player. What a defender. I love him so much. But do you guys understand what I'm saying? I don't understand what Griezmann's role is here. And then you have Mbappe, who's being pulled to the left all the time. He wants to go out into the wing. There's no build-up down the middle. I mean, you can't expect Kante to build up. A lot is falling on Rabiot, but he's also been a passenger in this game. Mbappe is waiting for a through ball. Look at how they set up right now. Look at where Mbappe is versus Thuram. But then at times they switch and Thuram goes out wide and Mbappe comes inside. So there's an issue with the system. It seems like there's a little bit of an issue with the discipline, like tactical discipline here of the players too. You know, it feels like Mbappe might be throwing his weight around as captain and star player. So as for Austria, I think they're doing well with that little bit of a press that they've got going. They're committing a lot of people forward, so it seems like they're not afraid of France, but they've got the same problem. Who's meant to do what? I'm still trying to figure that out. Let's see. The French team isn't passing the ball in the box, says Hot Boy K. That's why I'm like, how are they meant to get to the box? So if you go extremely wide with Dembele, who are you playing the ball back into? And is Griezmann meant to be a free roaming that allows him to play the ball? Where's Griezmann in this game? Teams have a problem containing this France team. This type of football I love. Will have a problem, sorry, says Utabo. What channel is it on? I can only tell you about South Africa. In South Africa, it's channel 203, Supersport 203. So if you're not from South Africa, I guess the comments will have to help you. Even the president had to intervene. Yes, Ryan. Mbappe is similar to Rashford. I see a slightly poor finisher there. Martial is clear in that aspect. That's somebody else who killed his career. King B says, hope they know how to manage Mbappe at Los Blancos to play as a team. Mbappe, a good player. Bendulo says what helps, it's his explosiveness and dribbling skills. If Abana Chale took France, they should shop Bomzanzi. Maybe Sundowns can pay better than some of these teams. The Athletic article of Man United went on to detail to the mess at United. Ten Hag is a victim. No, he is a victim. All I was saying, Mojan, all I was saying was that you have been warned. A few people have spoken about the issues at Man United, or at the very least, the issues with the team and how it's run. Plenty of people have spoken about it. But also, I don't feel sorry. And I'm sorry. I'm gonna be a little bit harsh. I don't feel sorry for Ten Hag. You signed the contract to go into that environment. I hear he's been demoted. I hear he's no longer out and out manager, and now he's going to be just the head coach. Again, you are also staying. You know, they allowed you to make your signings and do all of that stuff. So let's see. Ryan says Thuram is used to playing a supporting role at Inter. Yet they're asking him to be a main man here at times. If you look at where he's running, they're asking him to be the main striker, essentially, at times. Yeah, they've moved it. It looks permanently now. So maybe Giroud. I would play Giroud over Thuram in this team right now. That is reverted back. Without Pogba's long passes, Mbappe... Oh, without Pogba's long passes, it forces Mbappe to take charge. There's no one who's controlling the mid. Dr. Kershoff, I can't. Apologies, I can't. I get banned. So if I sneeze, if I hold this pen too long like this, they say I'm smoking. So I've been banned before. It's not a nice place to be, not being able to go live for months at times, sometimes. So no, thank you. You'll have to watch somewhere else. I'm sure there's other places where you can watch, unfortunately. Prediction parlay. I want to say France 2-0. But here comes, I want to say France 2-0. I think if France can get the first goal, Austria will come apart. But it's not looking very good. 32 minutes in, still 0-0. It's not looking very good. I'm not going to lie. Ten Hag's part of United is lack of managing superstars. It's a new manager thing, guys. It's a new manager thing. The new managers don't manage. They lay down the law. And that gets into people, right? When you go publicly against one of your players, what happened with, why am I blanking his name? The Dortmund boy. When you go publicly and say those type of things and you lay down non-negotiables, they call it at Arsenal, you're not going to manage those players too far, especially the big ones. It's either you start over and you have a B-plus team and you coach that B-plus team and you get to mold that B-plus team. But if you're trying to look at superstars, it's not going to work, that thing. French players are playing like Bafana versus them in the first half. There's no discipline, Olan. You're right. There's no discipline. Everybody's moving everywhere. Everybody's trying to cover elsewhere. People are telling people to change positions. Especially up front. And I don't want to speculate too much. I think Mbappe is most of the problem here. But also in the midfield, how do you progress the ball? I think Rabiot is meant to play a bigger role in getting the ball and playing it up to a Griezmann or playing it up to the more attacking players. But if they're not going to do that, then you take out Mbappe, because Mbappe can't drop back and play. He's going to have to Phil Foden that thing and come into midfield himself, which I don't think is a good thing for him, right? You've got Thuram who's waiting for a cross that will never come. because Austria, even on the left-hand side, with Dembele, they're like, you're not going past here. We're going to stop you. Chris says this France team is disjointed. They're just running no end product. Exactly. I agree fully. Sancho, yes, right. King B, Austria are really playing without fear. But what's there to fear? What have you seen from this France team that can show you that, you know, it's a team that I have to be wary of? 54% possession, 6 attempts from France, only 1 on target, none from Austria. I'd also commit people forward, man. Look at that. Look at the distances. It's so very similar to that England game. It's just that France doesn't have a Jude. Oh, what a save. What a save. Ay. Something is happening. Something is happening. Look at that French defense. Look at that French. Because Upamecano decided to run all the way out, Saliba had 2 players on him. Who do you pick? Where do you go? There's no discipline in this team. There's no discipline. France might lose this game. Griezmann is not doing well in midfield. They steal the ball easily. Tabo says this game is nothing like bafana. When Tabo, I know you. You've got a vendetta. I know you. It's fine. Look, back to Thuram being outside with Kylian inside. For what? It's irritating. It's irritating. King B says, what a miss. Austria is seeing that France is still sleeping. There's no one there by France, eh? They have to change something very quickly. Pendulo says, it's an attempt at rotation. City do that a lot. I like the word you used there. Attempt. Attempt. I think what's killing France right now is that they don't know. It doesn't look like they have a tactic. So, for example, I always ask a simple question. Whenever I'm watching football, I ask a simple question. We have watched 37 minutes of this French team, right? 37 minutes. Tell me, what is their tactic to score? So what have they done and repeatedly done in the first half that shows you that, okay, this is what the plan is? Look at where Mbappe is right now. Look at where Mbappe is right now. He's gone to go search for the ball himself. On goal. Yeah, okay. Jeez. On goal. Heaven. Like, okay. I'm sorry, Mbappe. I guess you had to go fetch that ball yourself. I'm sorry. He had to go fetch that ball. I guess he took it upon himself to go fetch that ball and do something.
I just got a notification. It's a goal.
Shem, on goal there. I guess he's carrying them. I'll let them go. Alex Saw says, what do you think of Germany at the moment? That's starting line. That's rotation. Up front, Musiala, Wirtz, and I'm forgetting the third. But that, the way they move around. All right, guys. France are like Portugal superstars who all want to do their own thing, forgetting that they are a team. It's working. Goal on goal. Your table says, when you have this quality, this happens. 2 more coming. Mank says, just 1 more goal for my ticket.
The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional.
Even if they win here, but this France is not strong. Look, we can look at it the same way as England. England also chased at their goal. Got the one goal early on. It was a bobbled cross, finished by Jude. Jude's box movement is impeccable, but we're not there. Finished it, got 1-0 and played trash for the whole game, but left with the result. So sometimes you need to get the job done. The only problem is as you move up in a tournament and you play better competition, can you do this the whole time? Let me see. What do you think of Lamine Yamal? I didn't watch the Spain game, but in terms of him, it's always nice to see youngsters coming through. Ryan says, I think the Champs needs to replicate World Cup final. Dembele threw him out for Giroud and Barcola. I would have played Giroud. Up the center and have Kylian Mbappe on the one side, then keep Dembele on the other side. That's how I would have approached this game, because with Giroud, because he's just a pure striker, you see this thing of everybody moving around and doing all those things. It doesn't make sense. But also, Giroud could put balls down for Griezmann and play that target man type role. Give Griezmann some balls. So literally, ball comes in, give it to Griezmann. Griezmann can decide what to do with it from there on. Having this rotating cast doesn't make sense. I don't think Kylian as a 9 in this type of game makes sense unless Austria is going to start pushing up and maybe bringing up their line, bringing up a couple of their players trying to attack. I get it. Then there's space in behind for Kylian to exploit. That's how I would play Kylian, to be honest with you. But if you're playing like this, I don't want to see Kylian central. Play him up the wing where he can go at players. The goal came from him going at players. The chance that he got earlier that was saved by the Austria team came from him coming in from the left-hand side. So why play him centrally? It's a weird experiment. Anyway, 41 minutes in, Austria have a corner. Running 11 players is a problem in international football. This can't be France's most balanced 11. True. You're probably never going to see the balanced 11. And it's because L'Equipe and those people are going to go crazy if you see some people getting dropped, There's no controller in the middle for France. No wonder Mbappe has to fetch the ball deep. King P, that's what I'm saying. So I'd imagine that tactically what they wanted to do was, Kante, you're the destroyer. You're the guy who's going to win us the ball. Rabiot, you need to be the one that is responsible for the first pass out. So we've won the ball. We give it to you. Or the defense, we're playing it out from the back. We give it to you. You come and collect, turn around, give it to, what's his name? Griezmann, right? But there's no through point there. So Upamecano and Saliba are playing like standard center backs. They're not like ball playing that way. And there's no one who's taking responsibility in the midfield to just come back. We talk about England yesterday. The big difference between England and this France team is that Jude was willing to go all the way back and play the 1-2s and play the ball with the defense and do that type of work. So I don't know. Griezmann is pretty. He's playing a pretty game. He will come into the attack, but that midfield, for all intents and purposes, is dead. And if you really do go wide, and it's at the times where Kylian is deciding that he wants to play centrally, you don't have a threat in the middle. But yeah, that's how it goes. I like Germany and Spain prepared for this Euro. The rest, says Junior. Ryan says, spot on what you said about Giroud being a target man. Yeah, play him as a target man. Why complicate things? I think from the 3 matches we've watched, or the 2 matches we watched and this one, I've been saying the same thing. Sometimes you don't need this overcomplicated modern football that your team is not set up for. Gareth Southgate, swallow your pride, man. You're not this tiki-taka fluid system type coach. Why force it? Just play simple then. Didier Deschamps, just play simple. You have to control Mbappe or else he's going to take over everything. Play Giroud, he's your top scorer, but he's also a very good person for link up play, allowing the wingers to come inside and play. Guys, it's honestly not rocket science. Who scored? It was an on goal. Maji. It was an on goal. Let me check on YouTube. I want to see what the chat says there on YouTube. Spanish man, how are you doing? It's a little bit behind on YouTube. It's a little bit behind on YouTube. Apologies. Vuyo says second half goals are in order. Vuyo says France is still in Paris or maybe Paris. The tactic is finder. Neo says France just scored. Yeah, they scored. I'm a little bit behind, guys. I'm maybe 20 seconds behind on YouTube. There we go. Space in behind. Do you see how simple football is, guys? Guys, we're heading to halftime. As you know, this is an interactive show. So at halftime on TikTok, you have to join me while I'm live on TikTok and follow me on TikTok. You're allowed to jump in. I'm going to let in 6 people, and then we can have a conversation. If we can get to 15,000 likes, then I will keep it open, and everybody can jump in and give me a minute or two on how they're feeling about this game. You see what I was saying? Austria is going to have to push up at some point to try and get a goal back. That's going to create the spaces then that you need for Mbappe to be effective in the 10 role, which is maybe a lesson for Madrid. But Madrid is a very transition-y team, so it is what it is. It was an on goal. Alex Sauce, it was an on goal. Guys, the lines are open. You'll see a button at the bottom of your screen that says multi-guest. Click on that button, request, so that we can break down what we see from this first half. I want to hear from you guys. So please, if you're watching on YouTube and you want to jump onto the show, just head on over to TikTok, and then you have to be following me, and you'll be able to jump in, and you can tell me what your thoughts are about this game. So let's see who is here. Debza, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, OT. And how are you, OT?
Hi, man. Kishapu, Debza, Kishapu. Debza, tell me, what did you see from this first half?
It was a very open first half. It was surprising how open it was. You know, it's moments like this when you see how much of an impact one player can make. You know, when I look at this France team, I see there in the middle that they are sort of a player like Paul Pogba who can put a foot on that ball. Understand?
Yeah.
Control the game. Yeah, you understand, because there's no one there who can spread those passes calmly. So when he wants the game to slow down, he slows it down. Understand? So there's no one who controls it. Rabiot, I don't see Rabiot as that kind of a player, and also Kante. So they lack that player. They need that one player who can control that game, because they have that pace up front. You understand? So they need that someone who can calm the game down, and in a split of a second he can spread that pass, that long ball, for the likes of Mbappe and Dembele on the wings, so that they can break. But then otherwise they're going to win the game, because I don't see Austria causing them any problems anymore. Because I think they were nervous until they scored that goal. After that goal, they were calm. They were calm. Now they were just passing the ball around. They're going to score again.
So, Debza, tell me what you think about Kimang, Thuram, Dembele, Mbappe, and Griezmann. That 4 up front. What are your thoughts about them from this first half?
Yeah, again, OT, I would say someone like Giroud also was needed there front to hold up the ball. There's too much movement for me, for my liking, man. There's too much. Griezmann is okay for me. It's just okay. He needs to come more in the game. I didn't see him more, but then I believe for it, it's not that kind of a player that you can substitute easily. You just have that feeling out. He'll come into the game and then he'll make things happen. With the front three, there's too much pace. There's no one who holds up the ball who can. Everyone wants to dribble, so they need a Giroud to combine them, to play those little 1-2s with them. So I ended up seeing Mbappe come on side and la Dembele and
Where the goal came from.
yeah. So
Okay.
I think they need that type of a striker. But then let's see what second half. But I don't see them working against other strong teams with that combination. Yeah. That front three.
Okay. Let me bring in Utabo. Pratap, welcome to the show. How are you?
Chapo, how are you?
I'm good. Tell me about this first half.
Okay, this game is a very tactical game. So the issues I'm seeing up front, they have like 4 defenders, 2 midfielders, and 4 attackers.
Yeah.
That's where it's more like mixed up a bit because you see, what about this guy, Rabiot, Kante, they're not in control of that midfield because of there's so many forward players.
Yeah.
So they end up losing like the battles in the middle because the Austria guys, but the formation they attack as a unit, they defend as a unit. When they're defending, it's like 8 of them in that midfield and defense. And then when they attack, it's like 7 of them. Like the Babia France under pressure, and they end up not getting the spaces. So that's why Bakar France, they are not in the game because of the midfield is packed and Abakonu maneuver around. Especially Kantel Rabiot. It's more like the same player. You can't have those guys at the same time. Maybe take out one and then put another one room to defensive. And then also those 4 guys, I think this Thuram guy can be substituted or Griezmann is between the two. One Adre, Motaung Kamavinga, and another midfield, and then you'll see a different game because now it will be balanced.
Would you, if you bring in Kamavinga, do you push Rabiot into 10 or it's as well?
No, Gideon 4-3-3, not 4-2-4. Because at the moment it seems like a 4-2-4. This man is just running behind the striker, but there's no striker. So, right now, like structure. So everyone's just moving everywhere. So we make it 4-3-3, a basic, 3 midfielders, 3 attackers.
Okay. But I'm going to come back. Let me go to Umsiana. Umsiana, welcome to the show. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay, man. How are you?
Hi, man. Kirai, Umsiana. Tell me, what did you see from this first half?
Look, for me, I don't think France, they are playing as a team. I think everybody wants to do their own thing.
Yeah.
And the second thing is that there is no creativity at the midfield. They are very scattered. And the second thing is that Thuram, at his club, he doesn't really play as an out-and-out striker.
Yeah.
He's more of a
Umsiana, are you still with me?
For me, I would have chosen Giroud.
Just repeat that last part.
I would have started with Giroud. Yep, I was saying that in the place of Thuram, I would have put it Giroud for me.
Okay.
Because Thuram for me he's not really an out and out striker, especially in the first half. We would have put it Giroud, Mbappe can hold up nicely, and put someone like who can put really a feet on the ball, like Kamavinga on that middle of the park, some creativity on it. Other than that, look, for me, I've seen that Austria is there for the taking. It's just a case that France now is playing unstructured football. The structure that they are playing, it's not there. If they can be structured and have a Giroud in front and someone that has a creativity, they will score more than 2 goals.
Okay. I'm gonna come back. There's something I want to ask you. Pendula, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, sir. And you?
I'm good. Tell me about this game.
First of all, do you know the player at Crystal Palace? This boy, Olise.
Yeah.
At first, I thought he was English, but a few, I think last week I saw that he is French. I believe that as backup for someone like Griezmann, we know very well Griezmann, it doesn't really get injured, and also you can rely on him. You can have someone like Olise who is experienced and who's proved himself in that number 10 role, because we can see that Mbappe at centre forward is not appearing to be working. So you'd rather do what? In fact, going to the second half, you'd rather, if you had someone like that, you'd have Mbappe going back to his original position. I like the fact that you spoke about the fact that for Mbappe to actually get something out of this game, he needs to have the space in behind. So what do you do in order for you to get the space in behind for Mbappe? You substitute. In fact, I think the lineup was wrong, considering the midfield. That probably mean what I would do is I would have Kamavinga, the last person who spoke about the creativity that he would bring, the press resistance ability. So you'd have him holding onto the ball deep down in midfield, such that he attracts more pressers as they press. You can't be having a line between the defense and the midfield, so you can be having space, man, between the defense and the midfield. So the center backs will be forced to push higher up. That allows space to be created for Mbappe in behind. And I also have Chouameni for those shots. You saw what in fact, speaking about the absence of Pogba, you have someone in Chouameni that can be able to pull out those shots and actually try to find something other than Mbappe. That causes probably, uncertainty when it comes to the opponents to say, are we going to guard Mbappe? Are we going to guard whomever? Or they wouldn't know what to do, because now there's also Chouameni who might just pose a threat deep down in midfield, because you can also see that with Man City in the Premier League, that they have a person like Rodri that if probably Doku is not able or Grealish is not able to do something in the wide areas, you have him running into the D line trying to get those shots, and they actually did that. So going to the second half, just to close up, I would say Chouameni, Kamavinga. Since we don't have Olise, now we'd say Griezmann. This guy Mbappe on the wing, have Giroud as a striker, probably keep Dembele. You still also have someone like Coman on the bench who can come in for Thuram, so you might just see what happens.
Okay. So but then tell me, I want to ask you a random question. Why are we seeing France gambling and experimenting? We saw it with England. Surely these teams should be ready by now. Or do you think that it's something happening there that is making these coaches act like this?
They probably watch a lot of football, like just like a lot of Man City. They probably watch such games such that like they get those tactical tips, but then they forget that in the international level, it's all about going out there and getting the result. It's not really much about having a proper style of play that is going to be entertaining and giving thrills all the time. It's all about getting those results, and that's what I think that's why you like Ancelotti. That Ancelotti just tells the boy to go out there and actually tries to get the result no matter what. Toni Kroos, I was listening to Toni Kroos not so long ago. They asked him, Guti, what makes Real Madrid so special in the Champions League? He was like, you don't lose a final.
Yeah.
So such games are games not to be lost. Even if it's the group stages, you just have to go out there and get the results. And you need to get the personnel that is that has been proven that it is able to do that. That's why even for England, I believe that England should not have left out people like Maguire, because Maguire, even though he may play poorly for Manchester United, Maguire will come in for England and fight for the badge. You have Rashford, you have all these people that are experienced, that know how to play big games.
Okay. Let me bring Kolani. Kolani, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm alright, Mr. Otsi. How are you, Makai?
Hi, man. You're right, man. Kolani, tell me, we won in the first half.
Yeah, Otsi. I think France started well, but I think they should play for each other and stop trying to be a hero. Like everyone is trying to outshine everyone, you know? So like my decision about towards the last third are very bad. Like for me, if France should have scored at least 2 goals from the first half, if it wasn't for Mbappe's selfishness and also Klinsmann, yeah, there was a pass there of which he should have laid Tembele, and Tembele could have played a card back there, but he decided to go and shoot for himself.
Yeah.
But all in all, Mr. Otsi, I think technical team of France got it right. I think they were let down by my decisions and my players' arm.
Okay, but then, Kolani, I want to ask you, what can Serbia do in the second half to win this game?
Yo, Mr. Otsi, against this top quality team. I think there should be discipline, Mr. Otsi, in their game plan, because I see they trying by all means now to try and get an equalizer, but I think they should their moments, because once you play the high line with against the France, you'll find yourself in trouble, because they've got quick players like Abo Mbappe as well as Abo Otempele. One question, Mr. Otsi, like a side question. Do you think Mbappe will bench Uvin with Real Madrid on the left? Because I think Uvin is more skillful and Mbappe uses pace. So I doubt Mbappe will bench Uvin, because at times you see Mbappe trying to use the speed, but it's always like he can't like use his speed only. He needs to apply some skills also and trying to eliminate. But Uvin is more skillful than him, and he also has pace.
I would choose Vinny because the system is good. My feeling is that they're going to try slot Mbappe go center forward. I think they're going to try and make him a striker. And if you're watching this game, I don't know about that one, but it's okay, guys. For time's sake.
Yeah, but yeah, like you said, we trust our coach. He'll make a plan for him.
Wait, but before I let you guys go, Kolani, what's your prediction?
I see France getting 2 more goals here, so I think it's gonna end up with 3-0.
Okay, Debza, let's go.
Uti, yeah, I think the coach is gonna bring in Ejbiru and someone there in the midfield to make it compact Nyana to control it a bit, and then once they do that, they're gonna get the 2 goals, because now they settled with the 1 goal. They were just never sorry. They are coming at them, they might cause an upset, but now they are settled. They're gonna get another 2 goals here. Yeah, 3-0.
Okay, thank you, Debza. Let me go to Msiana. What's your score prediction?
Only if I'm saying this, only if it will be 3-0. Yabona babesekasi. Lol, okay. If besekasi, we would say to Mbappe and Dembele, because they've got 2 guys who are already on yellow card. We'll say to them, go to them, land boy, so that they get a red card, because they're already panicking. So if they get a red card, this goal will go even to 4. That's my prediction.
Okay. Thank you. But it's fine. It's fine. I'll take it. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. The guys who joined me halftime. If you want to jump on, the lines are open, but we need to get to 15,000 likes here on TikTok. Just tap the screen till we get to 50,000 likes. Then I can let you guys in and we can have conversations throughout the second half. Griezmann just got injured. It looks like he was thrown into one of those boards and he's bleeding. So we're going to see bandage Griezmann come back here, and hopefully that's going to help you, France. The game is back on. We are 2 minutes in. Just add 45 to whatever my timer says and you've got the time. Here are my thoughts. I think there's two separate sides in this starting lineup of France. There's the defensive side and there's the attacking side, and there's no people in between. I think Thuram, Dembele, Mbappe, and Griezmann are up there. It's a 6 and a 4. They're up there, and then the rest of the guys at the back. I think France is lacking a link between the defense, the midfield, and the guys up front. One of those midfielders has to take responsibility and say that, okay, guys, I'm going to drop back and be the first pass out. I'm going to drop back and allow you guys to play through me. I'll play one pass, and that's our link. I think the guys up front, Thuram, Mbappe, and Dembele, you are seeing that there isn't a natural striker there. And Mbappe is drifting out wide to the left. Thuram is there. He's got the physique and the presence to play. Oh, bandage is coming off. Oh, wait, that's not safe. That's not our rev. You're just gonna allow a bandage just to lie there on the pitch. That's interesting. Nobody's telling him. If there was ever a sign to take him off, this would be the sign to take him off. So yeah, you're watching three players that are used to having a center forward, running in behind, cutting in and doing all those things. You're watching them all auditioning to play in the center, and none of them are doing well. So for me, I would have to find a way to bring in Giroud and instruct Giroud that those two center backs have to be focused on you, so that you can allow Dembele and Kylian to run in behind you. You can give Griezmann some balls down. So that would mean Thuram leaving. And then I'll bring in Camavinga to be the guy who can bring up the ball, like a defensive, a player in the base of that midfield who can get the ball, turn, and play one pass. That's literally all you need. But we'll see. We'll see. Greg, unfortunately not. It's not available here. I don't feel like getting banned, guys. I don't feel like getting banned. Yeah, Pogba, Tebza and Yugiro. Pogba is very important. I think that's the thing. He was very important. When you have that type of midfielder, if you think about a Toni Kroos, for example, who can play a simple pass. I believe in the game that he played that he played in the first game for Germany, I think he only misplaced 1 or 2 passes the whole time. He had a 90 whatever completion rate. So that tells you that it's a midfielder who can play a simple ball, but also he has it in his bag to go long. He has it in his bag to play a raking pass. And that's where Pogba was so important. Because when you have Pogba on the pitch, you don't even need a 10, to be honest with you. Right? You don't even need a 10. You just allow him to do an 8-ish type role and play those balls there. So with Pogba there, you could play this 4 up front. But without him there, Griezmann is not a ball player. Kylian is not necessarily a ball player. That's not what he does best. Dembele is a pure winger. You know, it just doesn't make sense. It's shoehorning players in. Yeah, Toni Kroos. What do you think of Kante and Vinga? Don't you think Kante and Vinga are the same player? I think Vinga has the ability to pass that Kante doesn't have. Kante is an incredible destroyer. I don't think that Camavinga is similar to that. Like, if you watch the game, the final, What you saw Kamavinga start doing was just wall passes. You give me the ball, I give it to that person. You give me the ball, I turn and play. He has the ability to do that. And on the bench, I guess could you play Chouameni in that position? I guess. But I would much rather have Kamavinga, to be honest with you. Rabiot is he's just running around, guys. Rabiot is just running around enjoying the game. Pogba didn't only destroy his career, but the future of France. They probably would have won the World Cup. True. That team of them with their team with Karim. There we go. Ball. Mange. Oh. Looking for Mbappe instead of playing that ball in. Hey, we're just going to watch them do this. Watch it come back around. It's going to come back around. What position in midfield does Zai Emery play? I'm not sure. Somebody in the comments, please let me know. I need to see Mbappe score, says Bobby. Pendulo says Kamavinga can tackle. That's what I'm saying. But he's not Kante. If that makes sense. So if I choose between getting rid of Kante or Rabiot, I'm getting rid of Rabiot to bring in Kamavinga. So many has potential, but his injuries will cost. Yeah. Msiana says, should have played that ball first time. He's contesting the ban, so there's hope because he wasn't intentional doping. Yeah, I will never side with anyone because you never know until it's too late. You never know until it's too late. Okay, let's see. Austria has been done. Second half. And did they make a tactical change? Are they playing 3 at the back? Interesting. Overloading the midfield. Ragnick. You rushed that one. Countries like Austria, they make me angry. Oh, there's Mbappe's goal. Are they saying, what do they say?
Wa bafana man. Oh what?
I would have bet everything on that, Msiana. I would have bet everything. Everything I have, I would have bet that Kylian would score that goal. I don't know what happened there. Kamavinga's ball progression. Exactly. Maybe that's the word you guys are looking for. Ball progression. I'll use the football term. Ball progression. Thank you, Tolan. 4-3-1 would have been better suited for the big names in France. True. Even though I feel like they're trying to do a 4-2-3-1. I feel like that was the plan. Maybe it's becoming a 4-2-1-3, but I think they wanted to set that up where you have a base of 6 with Rabiot and Kante, and then you have a front 4. It's just not structured enough for me. Somebody who said they wanted to see Mbappe score. Bobby said they wanted to see Mbappe score. But Bobby, he got his chance. He didn't take it. Corner Austria, can they get something back? Because they have been dead. They've been dead in the second half. Is it another corner? They rush. What kills me about the Scotland game, what kills me about this game is that Austria, they get forward in times, but they try and do the most audacious pass instead of just keeping it simple. Where's that to now? Can we talk about Hernandez? We haven't seen him either. Oh, Pratabo, thank you so much for the 2 gifts. Guys, send gifts, guys. Please, send gifts. Send roses, send finger hearts, send all of those things. Send honey, guys. Chomeni has potential. Okay, I read that one. Hopefully he'll be back, Higuero. Chuma says Rabiot is one of the most pop players in France history. If Pogba comes back, I support France again. Remember my comment about Mbappe being a relatively poor finisher. But I told you guys. Remember what I said today. Remember what I said in the beginning of the game, where I'm like, I think Mbappe is more comfortable finishing from the left-hand side, the Henry finish, those type of finishes, coming in from that angle. Centrally, I don't know if he's got the finishing to be a central player. And that's going to be interesting at Real Madrid. Austria didn't come out of the changing rooms. I'm telling you, they're not here. I'll never add two more. There's no one home. France's Betway fans are probably losing their minds right now. We saw them. Ow! 4 changes. Thank you, Rednick. I learned how to send this morning. Tabo, who are you sending these gifts to in the morning? We must find out. Who are you sending gifts to? Will it get into trouble? Will you get into trouble with the gifts you are sending? We want to know. It's not only DSTV where people miss even big names like Mbappe miss. 100%. But that chance, that chance, like I said, I would have bet everything I own that Mbappe would finish that chance. Everything I own. I even said it when he went through. I was like, hey guys, there's the Mbappe goal. So, Gregoric, Wobbler, Grealish is coming off. Arnautovic, Trona, Wimmer. Hey, Arnautovic. Didn't Arnautovic have that one great season? Was he playing for Southampton? He had that one incredible season, man. The streets won't forget season. Mbappe is bad, says Leb. I'm just going to say Leb. He was at West Ham. Was it West Ham? Stoke City. I got the colors wrong. Stoke City. And streets won't forget season. Okay, we're 59 minutes in. And I'm sitting here going, Thuram is out of this game. Kimang Griezmann is done with this game. We've spoken about Rabiot. I don't know, man. This feels like when England was trying to hide Trent in the second half. There's a lot of players who shouldn't be on this pitch. So I don't know if Didier Deschamps is waiting for the 65th minute, as the footballing manual says. Thou shalt only change 65th minute. So maybe he's waiting for that to change the game. Maybe he's trying to see it out. You know, I watched the England game and I was like, you could tell that this is not about making any changes. He doesn't want to bring anybody on who will need to get up to speed. People with the most goals miss the most chances. Mbappe is not bad. I'm not saying he's bad, guys. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I would have bet that he would have scored that goal. 1-on-1 like that. Who's making the run? They look for, like, France is looking for Mbappe. France is looking for Mbappe. There are 2 or 3 passes that could have been played there by Dembele, and he looked for that run, which I guess is fine if you put it off. But if you don't, sometimes you sit back and you go, Amara. Griezmann was standing right there. But yeah, when you have a star on your team, Perez right now, I'm glad we got Mbappe for free. Giroud 65th minute says, Giro, Colado was the one for the Perez joke. Tabo says, if France doesn't make subs, Austria will equalize. Malume Kutsa says Mbappe will score. Montana says there's no easy team in the tournament. There's no easy team in football. In a tournament, there's no easy team. Easy chances get to be missed. The hardest to put them away look easy. Mbappe will miss an easy chance, and I'm guessing he's going to score a very hard one. We'll see. Bradley says the midfield needs youngsters. Kamavinga is needed. Or just fresh legs at this point. Kante is not the same Kante. Ryan says this game is like watching Inter Miami. Why are you looking for one player to pass? They're all just looking for that. I think Mbappe, there's a few times here. There was a counter-attack that they had where was the Thuram turned around and gave it to Mbappe. So I guess, hey man, if you're a star, man. They know the rules. I don't know how much power he has in France. Maybe it's like PSG. If you don't pass me the ball, you're gone from this team. Look at how deep Mbappe is. Cancels all the pace. All the pace that you think that he has. Possession is 50-50. All of the pace you think he has. Support someone. Make them like how? Let's see. Chuma says Mbappe will have it easy in Spain. Problem will be the Champions League when they face City. True, that's a good point. Bradley says Giroud can give this team 2 goals. For sure. For sure. The messiest, I hit it with my nose and it bounced off my elbow goal that you'll ever see. But he is the top goal scorer ever for France. Thierry Henry, Anelka and all those guys don't come close to what Giroud has done for the French team. That's a mind. I can't say the word that I want to say. MK, thank you for the roses. Thank you for the 5 roses. 64th minute. Remember, guys, just add 45 to whatever my timer says. And we're good. You've got the time. Pull the trigger. Austria just needs to pull the trigger. I told you guys about that right-hand side of France's defense. Kunde is not up to it. If you could pressure that right-hand side, you could get something. And I'm guessing I'm going to assume that Austria is a set-piece cross type team. I'm going to assume. Ramfo Giroud is doing nothing. Thank you, Bradley. That's the change I would make. Ryan says Austria is trying to get into Fergie time to steal a point. But the counters are coming from France. The counters are coming. Look, he's gonna look for Mbappe. Is that Kante? Hey, you Kante Mara. Hey, now you're Tribula, you got bored. Woba on goal. That's who scored the goal. From Kylian Mbappe taking it upon himself on the right-hand side. Play it. Oh, so close. So close. Yeah, no, guys, whatever Mbappe touches turns to gold. I am convinced now. He started that attack. But this back 3 situation that Rangnick is doing with Austria is not going to work. It is not going to work out. They are short-staffed at the back on transition. It's not going to work. Oh, Ghana Kingsley. Kingsley is also on the bench. Let's see. Look at how far everybody else is. They trust him so much. They're like, hey, we're going to stand here and wait for you to do something. Usman, that was a one-on-one. You should have gone for him. Yeah, that Austrian defense is being torn apart right now. Whatever defensive discipline they had in the first half, it's gone. You see, if you're going to play balls like that, just put Giroud in. He thrives off of those type of balls into the box. Just let Giroud play, guys. Let him cook. Kunde, I don't feel... How? I'm not going to read that one, man. Kunde is only good at fashion, not as a footballer, says Montana. If France don't take their chances, they'll end up like Denmark, says King B. Kingsley must come in for Dembele and Thuram for Giroud, says Olani. Montana should have changed the team. Mbappe and his new midfielders. He's the only one taking it upon himself. Only one. Oh, this France team is stacked, man. They should be walking this game. Look at how many guys they've committed. Austria. Then you just need one ball. One ball. Because that back three doesn't know how to deal with all of these players. Oh, Griezmann, you're no longer at 10. Now you're going up. So you've got 4 basically attacking players, and they're forcing Thuram to be support. Guys, pull the trigger, play across, shoot, do something. What's Austria doing? Baumgartner has now gotten into that position twice, and he's failed to do something. Kingsley should have started in the left wing, says King B. Lekona says the big teams are really disappointing me. I can't even lie. I think the disappointment for me is that it feels like they nyatsa this tournament and there's no plan. They're just going, "Hi guys, you guys are stars where you are. Go out here and play." Austrian defense is nowhere to be found, says Umsiana. Junior says, I think Perlo is trying to bring back the 2018 France squad. Montana says Giroud, Kante, Rabiot, Kunde shouldn't be in this team, says Montana. Likona says, definitely agree. That's what's sad about this. It just feels like the big team coaches came in and they were like, we're just going to play you guys anyway. You guys figure it out. We'll see what happens. And they're so disjointed. Doesn't look like there's a chemistry here. Is it maybe that you need a big coach to coach these big teams? So you need not an ego, but okay, Vinga's coming on. Dembele's finally coming off, and Kolo Moani is coming in. Dembele was on the floor most of this game. Now it's going to be interesting. Do you take out Griezmann or do you take out Rabiot? Yeah, he's taking out Rabiot. Okay, he's making my changes. Let's see how the midfield looks after that. Let's see. Ooh, Rabiot was nowhere this game. Rabiot was nowhere. I'm rooting for Saliba to succeed. I love Saliba. Willow, I love Saliba. There's no player in Kunde. We're rooting for the African team, yes. I want them to win, but I'm so sad at what I'm watching right now. Kolo is taking Dembele's position, yes. Pendulo says France has these idle wingers. I don't think that's good for the future. They should get more commands and be more direct. Be more direct, man. Be more direct. That's all we cry for. Especially from the big teams. Kylian has had to do so much work. He's not going at defenders. One of the Austrian fans just yawned. It's boring, my guy. It is boring. 71 minutes in, France is leading 1-0. Is France Nigeria or Ivory Coast? I'm actually not sure. I'm actually not sure. I'm trying to think. It's not like no, it's not Nigeria. It's Ivory Coast more than anything. Nigeria, Ivory Coast. Okay, I get what you're saying. You have Chouameni Kamavinga, our CL winners. They won the double. They should be starting since Montana. Balls. It's balls. You need to have the coach has to have the balls to face L'Equipe in the morning. L'Equipe, that French newspaper or magazine. You need to have the balls to face them in the morning. Like if you're a Spain coach, you need to have the balls to face Marca in the morning. So if you can't face your media, Southgate has the same issue. Rate Kante's performance out of 10, my brother. I don't want to be mean. I'd say 5 if I'm being, there were some moments where he helped out, but I'd say it's a 5. He's not the Kante that we know and love. Kulegani says these big teams are too relaxed, super relaxed. They don't believe you can score. They can score. This has shades of England as well. England was the same thing. Where are you playing that ball? Mara Austria as well is not serious, man. Austria as well is not serious. Aye, guys. Mara, this low block from France after the goal says illusion on illusion inspiration. Crip Time says, sorry, dude, I want to watch you, but your TV is a minute behind mine. Now I have to hear commenting things. Apologies, Crip Time. Apologies. I will check the setting. So I am live, proper live on TikTok. Here there's like a minute or so, as you say, delay. So what I'll do is there's a setting that I can change. I'll change it for the next watch along. Austria's Chiefs 2.0. Please tell them, Chuen. I've been saying, please tell them. England, Portugal, France have the same problems. Big names not playing as a team. I feel like your coach is the most important person. Your coach has to be the big person here. Your coach has to tell them that this is how we play. This is what we need to do. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. If your coach doesn't have balls enough to say, guys, you Griezmann, Mbappe, Dembele, Thuram, you can't play together. I need to sacrifice one of you. Then what's the point of having the coach there? You're asking the fans and public opinion to coach. Marawa Chief now. Sorry, Msiana. Sorry. I apologize. We are out of office. Let me keep quiet. Montana says he's playing with camels in Saudi Arabia. We expect him to perform at this level. Why? He's playing with what? Guys are disrespectful. France is really defending, eh? Are they really trying to play the next, 20 minutes in defense mode? Can they? Guys, please tap the screen. Thank you, Colin. Please tap the screen. I said 15,000, but I see with the Euros, people are slow. It's okay. France playing like TS Galaxy. Okay, that's better. I think that's better. Hedge fund managers are managing teams. Look at Chelsea. So then who's managing the national teams, Ryan? Who's managing the national teams? CNS saying France is inviting trouble. They're sitting back. I don't understand it. There's the ball. There we go. Okay. Who's this? Kolomwani. But it's just come in. Benefit of the doubt, I guess. They're playing low block and I don't know why. I don't understand. I don't understand. Trina, I don't understand. England did the same thing at around these times in their game that they played. I do not understand for the life of me. Because all you're doing is that these guys are just going to keep coming at you. And you can tell guys like Bokamavinga have been given instructions. No, don't be too active, my guy. Relax. I wanted to see him like play the ball up, but now he's just chasing in the midfield, trying to find that loose pass. Austria, punish them. Punish them. I'm sure President Macron is sitting there. Oh, is that it? Molanda says, so far AFCON was way more entertaining than this. Way more. Way more. Like, it would be one thing if this game was 1-0 to France and it was a heavy tactical game where like they're going back and forth, they're hitting each other, but the tactics are... When you watch a boring game... Denmark. Everybody's pointing to Denmark. This is what happened to Denmark. So it says protecting a 1-0 lead doesn't make sense. No. Montana says no team wants to lose. Guys, hey, Bokunde. Hey. If I was Serbia, I would have hit them. Where's the yellow card going? Oh, why would you give him a... Okay. I thought that was more of a 50-50 type ball. I mean, you can't... I guess. I see Sundowns has sold Kennedy Mokwena to Austria. Montana, what's with the violence? Why are you here with this violence? Austria doesn't look like they will score even if they play till tomorrow morning. Yeah, true. Jonathan Clouds for Kunde. King B said, oh, that was Ryan. King B says, Montana, what if they're related? Unkawetsi says, Pirates exposing themselves. They beat the refs in the turn. Ow. Heaven. Unkawetsi. Out of the blue. Where's that coming from? See, we're in Europe, man. We're in Europe. That yellow card was weird, right, Msiana? A 50-50 ball, I went for it. We clashed. We're in Europe, Unkabetsi. Hey. We're in Europe. Leave the PSL behind just for a little bit, man. $80 minutes in, France is leading 1-0 from an on goal. Mbappe decided to take it upon himself to put a ball in, and unfortunately, Woba headed the ball into his own net. Otherwise, there hasn't been anything here. There hasn't been anything here. He was late, that's why yellow. Okay. Oh, ref, you want to play as well? Are you also playing, ref? Is that Griezmann's bandage? Wow, it's moved up the pitch. It was on the big box line. Hey, man. Let's see. When you're supposed to give it to Mbappe, you don't give it to Mbappe. Can somebody shoot? Can somebody shoot? Is Griezmann has he lost his confidence? Has Griezmann lost his confidence? Is that what we're seeing here? Come on, Kamavinga. Oh, are you going into attack now? Okay. Mbappe really wanted that ball. Mbappe plays these games like, you know, when you're on EAFC and you're playing those beer pro games where you're controlling one person. Have you ever played those co-op seasons where you watch people make the most audacious run, hoping for the ball to come to them? Mbappe ran from so far away to try and get that cut back from Kamavinga. It's interesting, man. France asked Denmark what happened if you don't take your chances. If you don't score 2 goals against Austria, what a disgrace, says Chene. Sienna says, why Griezmann is still there? Can someone explain? I don't get it either. Even if you bring in another midfielder just to show up your defense when you guys are, I don't. Kolani says, I thought Griezmann was sub. No. He put on a bandage, and Mvala bandage, and it didn't do Mvala things for him. Kunde playing right back isn't working at all. Failed at Barca now in France. I don't even watch Kunde, to be honest with you. But from the moment, I think it was maybe 10 minutes into the first half, you could tell that no. And what is it with that position? England also, Trippier's playing left back, even though he's right-footed and usually plays right back. What is happening with the right and left backs in the game? Sure, boy, Mbappe, by that time, boy. Shine is by you, don't worry. Let's see. Okay, he did touch his face. I mean, I don't blame him for that. Griezmann has been a flop tonight. I'm going to ask again. Guys, I'm going to ask again. Griezmann in 10. I know you guys said he plays an 8 now in Spain, apparently. But Griezmann in 10. What are your expectations for Griezmann being in 10? And with all these players, are you telling me that France doesn't have somebody who can play the number 10 position? I don't know. Counter. Yes, counter. Yes, counter. Don't worry about him. Just carry on running. He heard the footsteps. He heard the footsteps. Oh. Netherlands will punish this France team. Do you trust the Netherlands? Guys. What happened to Mbappe now? Oh. Hey, number 4. Danso. Oh, shoulder. Take him off, guys. Take him off. It's okay. Take him off. The fact that Mbappe has to head up balls to try to get chances. Take him off. Walker playing that position. No, I understand, Vincent. I'm asking, does England have no left backs? Bradley says they're trying to play 3 at the back with Conte. Like Conte. Austria switched to 3 at the back and hey, they had some tough times. Fene says, is Conte still a footballer? Tavo says he can be good at number 10 if there's a target man striker. True. So that's why I'm like, in this setup, guys, Netherlands are better than this. France, says Umpendulo. Kante working overtime, says Umsabe. Bolonto says that almost broke his nose. Hernandez was also very quiet. Kante is the Katande. Says Jenny Ryan, says Luke Shaw is probably not ready to start. But guys, does England have no other left backs? Wait. English left backs current. Do they have no left backs? Eight days ago. That's why I'm looking for it. So there's an article here. England's left back options ranked, right? So they have number 9, Rico Henry. Plays for Brentford. Alfie Doughty plays for Luton. Dan Burn. Newcastle. He could play. Tyreek Mitchell. Crystal Palace. Levi Colwill. Chelsea. Okay. Ben Chilwell is somebody you could have called, right? Joe Gomez. Oh, Gomez, actually. But isn't he more of a centre-back, man? Trippier, they put him number 2. And then Luke Shaw's number 1. So, Valley, they don't have you? That sucks. Who's getting ready to come on now? Oh, Giroud is finally making it on. Let's see. Most teams are killed by favoritism of keeping old players. I agree 100%. A lot of these players shouldn't be here. England have 2 left backs that I know, says King Beam. Sienna says they must take him out now. They still need Mbappe. Yeah, just take him out. It's okay. Kwesi says Joe Gomez can do the job. One of the guys that I listed, well, one of the guys that the site listed. So are they really that bad that you have to take somebody from right back and put them that side? Ferland Mendy and Pavard, who can play right back, says Bradley. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Shaw are left back for England. Right and left back. Let's leave Trent out of this because that's another different conversation. Whatever they're trying with Trent doesn't make sense. Fofana to cook. Let's see if Fofana will cook. Every time you guys tell me in the comments that somebody's going to cook, they never play. Oh, Mbappe didn't come out. Or they haven't made the sub yet, or what? Who's getting yellow? Yeah, I'd also give him a yellow. You ran back onto the pitch just to sit down again. You're trying to waste time. It's that time. Kiyo Fofana, who can Fofana? No, I'm not counting Trent. I saw somebody say that, Trent is not a left back, but also, guys, there's no options, well. Look, yellow card for nothing, Mbappe. Yellow card for nothing. You could have stayed off the pitch. Look, there we go. Watch him run back onto the pitch, only to sit down. Unnecessary yellow card, guys. Is that blood? Yo. Hey, France have bled for this win. Wasn't, what's his name? Griezmann. He was bleeding in the first half. Bandage and all. Oh, finally, Griezmann comes off. You're going to give Giroud a couple of minutes there. Mbappe Waloya is being stupid, says Chuene. Kwesi says Madrid is getting an injured Mbappe. It's just his nose, guys. They'll give him a mask. He'll be Batman. He lost a lot of blood. He broke his nose, says Chuene. Junior says Bafana would hold their own in this tournament. The more I watch of this tournament, the more I agree. The more I watch of this tournament, But then again, when I think of France versus Bafana, hey, I think of Sailor, man. I think of Sailor. Oh, he was abused by Mbappe. Maybe he's better now. Fergie time, Ralph Rednick knows the magic of injury time. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Wimak went down in the box. Is the ref going to also get him for simulation? If Mbappe is seriously injured, France is in trouble going forward. Does it not present an opportunity for a team not to be forced? Oh, another shoulder. Yeah. Why is this game physical unnecessarily so? I don't understand. Why are they hurting each other? Mbappe against Motaung would be nice to watch. Would be a nice watch. I've seen it once. I'm scared. I don't think I want to see it again. That 5-0 still lives in my brain. Come on, Austria. Come on, Austria. Win that ball, boy. There we go. Where are you going? Okay, let's see these comments. 9 minutes. Yeah. Kamavinga is going to cover for Mbappe. Oh, was it Nico Mobi? Was I wrong? Okay, apologies. Hey, apologies. Sailor. Hi, man, wasn't it Sailor? Was it Nico? Oh, apologies. Sorry. Apologies. Hey, apologies to Sailor. Okay, Sailor could do better then. Motaung came on as a sub. That's why I remember seeing him. But he also struggled. Why are you with Austria? Guys, I always tell people, whenever you watch my my watch-alongs, I'm a fan of football, guys. I'm a fan of football. A dead rubber game. I picked France to win this tournament. But a dead rubber game, nobody wants to see that. Make it interesting, Austria. Make it interesting. Maybe wake France up. Do something. Fan of football. Even when my teams are playing, sometimes you want the opposition to play some sort of football so it can be exciting. Sailor came in and got a red card. Giroud, the master of laying the ball off. Aye, Thuram, you've been trying to shoot the whole game. Come, Austria. Steal your ball. Steal your ball. Make the run, boy. No more shooter, it's fine. You had a counter-attack. Nice counter-attack. Even the sub for France are not doing anything good at this time, Ziana. At this time, Msabe is with me, with Austria. France ain't going to the last four. Nico even got a yellow, he became a meme after that 5-0. Motaung got a red card in that game because of Mbappe. Bendulo says France will never win this tournament. Austria will score, says Chenko. Let's see, Chenko. Junior says Bafana would top a group consisting of Scotland, Ukraine, and Albania. But surely we could get a number 2. I don't understand, Spoody. I don't understand why Mbappe would get a yellow card in share. That must be an EAFC tactic. Lahlas pumule, man. Kick it forward so we can rest. As a rough translation for those who are not from SA or don't understand the language. Guys, I'm true African, so that's why I want France to win. I just like the squad. But seeing the way they were used today, I don't know, man. I don't know. Guys, I'm going to be following 3 teams. Right now in the group, the 4th team that's leading is Portugal. So the group is saying Portugal. So I'm probably going to do 4 teams. Giroud. Last tackle. So I'm probably going to add Portugal to that. So I'm watching Germany, France, England, And I'm probably going to add Portugal there. So those are the 4 teams I'm going to be watching for the tournament. So watch-alongs will be for those teams, essentially. And if there's a watch-along, we're not going to have the normal show. Because, I'd love to, but I can't stream for 5 hours covering these things and having the normal show. So if there's a watch-along, guys, there will be no live show. We're calling for Giroud. He comes in and does this. I held my tongue. I didn't want to say it. Oh. What happened to Mbappe? Collision. Shoulder to nose. Collision. But he got a yellow card because he decided to walk back onto the pitch and sit down and act injured, i.e. wasting time. Do Portugal, please. Hugo, Bruno, Fernandes fan. Okay. It seems like Portugal is winning the popularity race for that one. Just put it in. Just put it in. Not like that. Here comes the goal for France. Oh, Lilian Ukatele. Chop that thing and play the ball back. He's looking for Mbappe and he doesn't realize what Mbappe is not there. Uye kwaneni boy, on a counter. Sure. Sure, whatever you guys want to do for the next few minutes, go ahead and do it, man. Kick it up, Austria. You're still playing football. Kick it up. Let's go. You've been committing people forward the whole game. Now you don't want to commit people forward in the last minutes when you can probably get something here. Okay. Portugal will be like France and England. Just you wait. Giroud missed the ball. Why is Alaba not playing? Tabo asks. Siana says he's still looking for Mbappe. He was still looking for Mbappe. King B says he could have crossed that ball. He's the same guy that attacked on the left-hand side and just turned around. Guys, the lines are open. Feel free to request. I'm not going to be able to stay long. I can't stay long during these times. But I can take some people. Let's have a conversation about this game. So I'm going to ask you to come on. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes just to tell me what you think about this game. And we'll go from there. France has won 1-0 versus Austria. Siana. Okay, now we've watched 90 minutes of the game. What do you think?
I think I think this game, if France would have lost this game, I would have said they lost this game from the bench. This game, the mistake was on the coach. Technically, and even the playing personnel, and even the guys that came from the bench, the guys that we were calling for, Labu Cabo Vinga, or Giroud, when they came in, they didn't do anything. They just fell on the same trap. I don't think actually France pitched. I don't even think they left the hotel. Because this is not the France that we were expecting. And the last one is that we must also remember that actually the goal, they didn't really create that goal. It's an own goal.
Yeah.
You know. So this game could have been went as a draw. I'm saying we normally say to youngsters, when your two defenders of the opponents has yellow card early in the game, put them under pressure.
Yes.
You know, they will commit a silly mistake, the red carded and stuff. But I don't want to talk about Kante. I didn't even understand why was he called from Saudi Arabia. Seriously, I don't understand. Seriously, why you call someone from Saudi Arabia? What are they playing there? and that guy Kunde, he's a freeway, chief. He's a freeway. It's like these doors on the mall, when you come closer, they automatically open. So some teams, if they still play with that guy, they're gonna punish them. Okay. But today, I'm just saying France didn't leave. Yeah.
Tell me what France must do very quickly. What must France do in the next game? How would you set up this France team in the next game?
In the next game, for example, I'll start with the Kamavinga and Kante. Okay. And instead of Thuram, I'll play in Giroud. The guy, and I think I'll still keep. I'll rest Griezmann, put someone new there, and then I'll also sub Kunde and put someone else there, and hopefully Mbappe will still be fit to play. Those are the changes that I will automatically make from now.
Okay. Let me go to Tolani. Hey. There
was that time, Mr. OT.
How did you see the game now that you've seen the whole 90 minutes?
Firstly, Mr. OT, I think if France made a mistake of renewing a contract with Coach Wabo, I think I think he's so attached to our star players, he can't even sub them, even though they're having the best demo of the day. So that's for me is the big mistake made by Federation of France. To a game, Mr. OT. I don't know what the Coleman did to Coach of France. He opted to sub in that guy who missed the golden chance with World Cup and put to Kings Coleman a bench in for the rest of the game. And also, Mr. Otsi, I'm not sure if Lilian Thuram has agreement with the coach of France not to sub his son. Yeah, so and also, yeah, who can't say, I'm still questioning inclusion with squad. This guy has been playing. I'll say is with all due respect, Saudi Arabia it's not as big as League as a Europe. So I don't understand why abeka ngaphandle uChomeni as well as Ukamavinga ngaphandle, because like you've rated him, Mr. Oti, during the game, you give him a 5. It shows he's half the player he was. So yeah, that's how I saw the game. As for Austria, I think they only played in the first half. They were dead second half.
Yeah,
they were dead.
So then tell me, before you go, tell me, how would you set up France next game? If they said starting lineup, how would you set it up?
Yeah, for me, I think Hernandez had a very good first half. I think second half he got tired, so I'll first bring in Umendi. Okay. Although I know if Coach of France doesn't like him, and also find another right back in Ukunde, because Ukunde is a worry.
Yeah.
And second midfield, Mr. Otsi, I'll play Ungalo Conte. No, I won't play him. I'll sub him, and I'll put those Real Madrid players who Chomeni, Kamavinga, as well as Rabiot, and also Kingsley Coleman on the right, Kibu Tembele. On the left, I'll play Kylian Mbappe, and also play Giroud as a focal point, Mr. Otsi. Because towards the end of the game, there was an free kick, the corner free kick, of which I thought Giroud was going to bury one of the chances now.
Okay. No, Colin, thank you so much. Let me go to Bradley. Bradley,
Chap, Makai.
How are you? Bradley, are you with me?
Sure, my guy. Yes, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you perfectly. Welcome to the show. Tell me, what did you think of the 90 minutes? Austria versus France.
Sure, thanks, man. I think the favoritism is killing the game, man. This is the same as we saw England yesterday, you know?
Yeah.
It's all about playing the big guys. If you look in 2018 and 2022, Benjamin Pavard was playing at the right back. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they're still playing
Kunde. Oh. Mara Brad, are you guys getting phone calls at 11? Heaven. Okay, it's fine. Let me go to Mpendulo. Mpendulo, welcome to the show. How are you, my brother? Welcome back. Welcome back.
I'm good. Yes. I have network issues. Do you hear me properly?
No, I can hear you perfectly. I know I can hear a little bit of an echo there, but it's fine. We can just carry on. Tell me, what did you see from this 90 minutes?
Yeah, it's the same as England. For me, I've watched these French wingers, Thuram. Who's this guy that entered? Kolomwani.
Yeah, Kolomwani.
All these players. I was never convinced that they are the future of this French squad because, as per my comment earlier, I really believe that they should groom more players like Coman, like Mbappe, people like that are going to run at defenders, especially knowing very well that you have players like Kamavinga, you've had Pogba, and the style that you triumph with is, not really position football. You usually triumph with long balls, some kind of route and kind of football. And having seen that that kind of style works for you, just rely on it, just build on it, just try and distribute men that are probably in their football federation in France and say, go to developments, encourage these type of players so that we can have something for the future. So going forward,
before you move off of that point, Mpendulo, I want to ask you: do you think that it's coming from pressure? Do you think that Didier Deschamps, Gareth Southgate, and those guys are going? I know what the media wants. I know they love Pep Guardiola and those type of footballs. I have to play that type of way. Do you think that they're under pressure?
He's probably under pressure, but then that would be, in a way, sorry for the language, that would be somehow foolish of him, because those people there are just driving an agenda, these people in the media. And I know that these days the media is one thing that controls this sport, and that shouldn't be. They should just give the coach all the authority, and if probably the coach is failing to win with his plans, then you can fire him. But you can't tell the coach what to do. That's what I'm saying. So the pressure, probably, but I really feel that these guys are not given the authority that they deserve.
Okay. No, Penelo, thank you so much. I want to go back to Bradley. Bradley, are you with me?
Am I audible now?
You're audible. Chief, who checking at 11 o'clock at night, my guy?
There's no one, my guy. There's no one. I'm alone, man.
But tell me, you can continue with the point you were making. There he goes again. Hi, Mara Bradley. If there was fines, I'll give you a yellow card right now. Let me go to Tebza. Tebza, 90 minutes, 1-0 France. Some might say that it was a lucky goal. Some might say it wasn't a classic performance from France. How did you see this 90 minutes?
OT, it's disappointing. It's a disappointing performance from France,
Okay.
But then, as I've said already, they were gonna score more goals in the second half. They've missed chances. You saw 1-on-1, Mbappe, no composure whatsoever. I mean, dribble past the goalkeeper, man. It's an open net. You understand? Another one, Mola. ball across the goals. Couldn't finish. I can't remember Gemang
Giroud.
Is it Giroud?
There was one with Griezmann.
Before Giroud.
No,
Yeah,
there was,
that
there was
one.
one with Griezmann.
Yeah. So they could have scored, they could have finished, but then I guess luck was not on their side. But then overall play also it was disappointing. It was disappointing. Going into the next game, change the midfield. Everything is sharp. Change the midfield and start with Giroud. I mean, start Kamavinga so that he can start play from deep, and then play Kante. Kante is crucial. Kante has to start because he breaks that play. You know, you understand. And then there's this boy Zaire Emery, who is a ball carrier, who dribbles past players there in the midfield and has key passes. He's smart. I like him. So I think he was afraid to start him because he's still young and he feels sorry Abu Griezmann can give him something. But then we don't know how serious Griezmann's injury is. If he's not fit enough to play, let that boy play to create chances there, because when you have Kante and Kamavinga, you need someone to create chances there in the midfield. So that boy can create chances for the front three of Giroud, Dembele, and Mbappe. I think the front three should be like that. They shouldn't bench Dembele. He's causing problems. He must start, and then they'll sub him. And then that sub of column one into the wing didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Didn't make any sense. I mean, you have column one and Thuram. I mean, he should have played maybe Coman there, go on the wing. Not column one. I was expecting column one to go straight into the middle as a street nine, but then he saw what he saw.
So then, very, very quickly, Tebza, very quickly, do you think these coaches are dying because of media pressure, media and fan pressure?
Yeah, because if you look at how Didier Deschamps played today, it's not how he played in the past Euros and in the past World Cup.
Yeah.
So he's trying to change something that is not broken. You understand? He only lacked N'Golo Kante, where he could have just put in. He only lost Paul Pogba, where he could have just used maybe a Kamavinga, as we have said, or a Chouameni. Try one of them. You understand? Not change the whole thing and start doing. You start benching Giroud for what we don't know.
Yeah.
Giroud is still effective. You can see him at AC Milan. He's still banging goals. He's still a Giroud that we know. You understand? Giroud has never had pace all along. So you cannot say Giroud has lost pace. Giroud has lost what? He has lost nothing. He's still the Giroud that we know. So he could have started the game. He would have given us the same results. You understand? His link-up play is very good. Those crosses that were coming in, they needed Giroud to finish them. We know that he's a very good finisher. So I think yes, the pressure is getting into them of the media and how this modern football of the Pep Guardiola's are playing. So they must just stick to what they know. Simple. And at international level, you don't need the Pep Guardiola type of play. You just need players who are effective, my brother. Not Teta or Pep Guardiola. Those things need time. At international level, you don't have time to implement those things. So you just need players who are effective, who are going to click. Fine. Not to create a system. No.
Hi, Tebza. Thank you so much. I'm going to try Bradley again. Let me try Bradley again. Bradley. Hi, bud. Are you back with me?
Hey, network, my guy. Network 11. I'm back with you now.
No, let's go. Let's try finish off that point. I'm just going to give you some time there.
Okay. Okay, thanks. I'll just make it quick because I've been wasting some time. I would say that the favoritism is killing our game, man. You look at Thuram, I don't know what the guy was doing there for like 90 minutes. Because, like, he was doing nothing there. Then you look at, I've been complaining about Kunde playing the right back. Since 2018, Front has been playing Benjamin Covered at the right back, and he has been working. You'll get some crosses there, but now the right back of France is dead, man. So
Aye, Mara Predley. Aye. We'll try again on the next watch along because you keep cutting. Let me go to Diskisphere TV. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello. Thank you for inviting us here.
No problem. Tell me about this game. What do you think about this 90 minutes that we just saw with Austria and France?
For France, I would say this was not so good for France. We know they're one of the favorites here, but the way they played, they didn't show us that they want to win. I feel like Kante was the game. Kante was over. He made some good. Can you hear me?
There's some interference. I don't know where it's coming from.
Okay.
There's like an echo nyan.
Is it better now?
Let's try. Keep going. Let's see.
Okay. As I was saying, I think Kante was the best player in the game. Yeah, okay, you can hear me. Okay, I think Kante was the best player in the game. He was really good. Even going forward, he made some good touches and passes. Yeah, and France were not really the front line. They are not really intertwined. They are not passing each other properly. I feel like the longer play Giroud would have brought in the game, could have been better. With Thuram there, Thuram is a runner too. He can go 1-on-1, but Giroud, in terms of the balls coming in, they needed that. And Dembele and Mbappe always getting inside. They made runs inside. Then complement each other. I feel like they were not. The midfield, I think it was Debza who was talking about the midfield. The midfield, I think they should keep Mbappe. They should keep the Kante and Griezmann. Just sub Rabiot for Kamaru. In terms of going forward, we need some more creativity in the midfield for France.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked everybody else. Do you think that a lot of these big team coaches are under pressure to play sexier football and not just do what they normally do and go and win these games? Do you think there is a level of pressure?
Yes. There is pressure, and there's a lot of pressure in terms of the other coaches, because Didier Deschamps, like, he won the World Cup, he won the what's the Euro UEFA Nations. Was it the Nations?
The Nations
So
League.
he's yes, I think he's also under pressure to win this, like more like Southgate. Southgate is like, he has a good team. They are.
Okay, no. Thank you so much. Let me go to Kabilihle to close it off. Kabilihle, can you finish it off for me? How did you feel about the 90 minutes that we just watched?
Team, and greetings and everyone on the comment section.
Welcome.
Look, this was a very disappointing 90 minutes for me.
Okay.
I expected much better, especially from this fixture, because France, as you've been saying, France are the favorite to win this cup. But I don't think they've lived up to our expectations as fans and as football lovers. Mbappe, I'm more disappointed to Mbappe than anyone else. 1v1 against the goalkeeper. The only thing you need to do, just push the ball, because the goalkeeper has committed already. So I don't understand what Mbappe was doing. And we are talking about someone who's going to Madrid, and potentially he's contesting for Ballon d'Or. So if you fail to score such goals, it's really disappointing, guys. We can't excuse this. You can't say party, unfortunate. No. This is very disappointing, you know. Any player onganika la bola, whether it's a player from Ukraine or wherever, they can finish that. You know, so Mbappe had a chance to bury this game. You know, had the chance to bury this game, but I was disappointed. Then come to lineup here, France. Angas, maybe I'm not saying this is the fact, but this is my opinion. I don't understand what Griezmann is doing there.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I don't understand what Griezmann is doing there because the last 5, in fact, the last second half, La Liga, we La Liga, he was not doing anything for the club. He was not doing anything, and I feel Uguti, he was called with squad simply because he's a big name, or you know, coach of the pressure. Uguti kumele ambize, but I don't understand Uguti Griezmann.
Yeah.
I feel Uguti, there are a lot of players that can be given a chance. But yeah, this was very disappointing fixture for me. I expected much better from France.
I want to ask you the same question. Do you think that Didier Deschamps, Gareth Southgate, a lot of the big national team coaches, do you feel they're under pressure by media for them to play, to change how they play and play, man? You know, that modern, sexier football that everybody talks about a lot. And
Most
maybe that's
definitely.
why they're making these decisions.
Most definitely. Siyasayikhuluma lena earlier ukuthi media is pushing more, especially ngiyayibona France, more especially England, but because sikhuluma France, I think if coach of France can stick to his ball or to his plan, then sazi ukuthi whatever my mistake awenzayo uwenza, like he can account for my mistakes awenzayo. But for now, I don't think this is his plan, and I don't. If France iqhubeka kanje, if the France plays like this in the next 2 games, they're out. Unfortunately, they will be out.
Okay. No, Kabilisa, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to all of the panelists that came on tonight. Thank you to those in the comments. This is all I will say. It's another game we've watched where you have a supremely talented team that doesn't have the leadership for them to sit down and say, guys, some of you have to sit down for the sake of a system. I think we watched England, we watched France today, where players were shoehorned into places where you could see that they're not comfortable. Rabiot was nowhere in this game. Nowhere. You can't point to me. At least Kante had some places where he was covering the defense. But Rabiot was nowhere. Griezmann in a 10 was nowhere. You look at Thuram, he had his moments, but even him, second half more specifically, he wasn't there. You could tell that that French team is missing somebody in the midfield who's going to take responsibility. Okay, defense, I'm going to take the ball from you guys, then I'm going to play it to Griezmann. I'm going to take the ball from you guys, then I'm going to play it somewhere. They found it so hard to get forward on their own will. And I'm not talking about transitions. They found it so hard to get forward on their own plan, their own tactics. You look at the front four. For me, there was a back 6 and a front 4. The front 4 are 4 players that are extremely similar. And for me, if you're going to play Griezmann in the 10, then you need a focal point. So you play Giroud so that he can come back. He's a very good target man. Put balls down for Griezmann or play balls through to the other 2 guys who can then come in. Or you play that front 3 and you have an actual 10. Somebody who can take the ball, distribute the ball, pass it around. Somebody who can make decisions in the final third, because all of them up there were just running. Their game was to run. In terms of Austria, I think in the first half they played a lot better. I think they were a lot more compact. I think they made life a little bit difficult for France, especially when defending. In the second half, Ralf Rangnick decided to change things. He went to a back 3 and he flooded the midfield with a lot of players that weren't necessarily defensively sound, which meant that every time they had an attack of their own, they were hit. So I like the way they played in the first half because they showed no fear towards France. But in the second half, they became a little bit reckless and could have been punished through that Kylian Mbappe's chance, through the numerous times that the wingers broke through, but couldn't make the final ball or wanted to turn around, didn't trap it properly. So Austria needs to look out for that. Lastly, just to go back to the question that I've been asking everybody, for me, you need balls. When you have this much talent, it's a gift and a curse. It's a gift because obviously you've got all these good players. I mean, when you read this team out of the first team, think about it. The first team have those players, the guys who started today. Then you still have Mendy, Pavard, Kamavinga, Chouameni, Fofana. You still have Coleman and Giroud on the bench. You need a coach who's going to say, okay, guys, I am going to sacrifice some of you so that we can play a system. I can't put all my stars on the pitch. I can't put Trent Alexander into the midfield because I need to try fit him in because Kyle Walker's already there. I can't put Griezmann onto the pitch because I've already got Mbappe, I've already got a Dembele, I've already got a Thuram. I can't have Thuram on the pitch because he's the same type of player as the other two, so I need somebody who's going to give me something different. I can't play Rabiot because Shem, he's not all there. There's a guy who's just won a Champions League. Just won a Champions League, one of the youngsters that are coming up. So you need a coach who's going to be able to put his foot down and say, okay, guys, the team winning is more important than you playing. And we've watched incredibly individual displays from these countries. And sometimes having a lesser known team is better because you can just play a system and run that system. No one's going to ask you questions. But Didier Deschamps, Gareth Southgate, they need to start growing, man. They need to get some cojones. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. So I'm going to be following England, France, and Germany. I think Portugal is going to be the fourth one that we're going to add. So it's going to be a lot of watch-alongs. We usually have the normal show where we have our widespread discussions. We can't do that now because of the watch-alongs. So when we do get space, probably some of the days during the week when none of those four teams are playing, I'll have the show. But for the most part, if any of those four teams are playing, I will probably be live. So check me out there. If you have not followed, please follow. There's so much content that I have on YouTube and on TikTok. Check it out, guys. Look at it, watch it, share it, do all of those nice things. It really does help with the support. If you want to be part of our WhatsApp group, you have to follow the link in my profile. So if you're on TikTok, there's a link in my profile that will take you to the members area on YouTube. In the members area, that is where the link is for the WhatsApp group. So if on YouTube, just click on join, follow the prompts, and then you'll get access to the WhatsApp group. It's an incredible place. We talk about football all the time. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I see we even got to 18,000 likes. I didn't even know when we got to that. Thank you to the 25 people that have followed me. Thank you to Pratabo, to MK, and to Pratabo and to MK for the gifts. Much appreciated. Guys, I'll see you then on the next watch along. So bye, guys. If you want to watch this back, or you came in late, or you want to hear what everybody else has said, YouTube, this will be there in full. You can watch it if you want to watch it in full back, or if you want to just hear our comments, they will be there in full. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys. Bye.